once again here for an unboxing. This is my tower, my SciFier Manga tower. That is my cat's tail. It's floofy. Hello and welcome to yet another manga unboxing. Past month or so has been incredibly busy for me. I have barely done anything except wake up, read and work. And it has meant I have not filmed any unboxings or videos or really anything over the past like 4 or 5 weeks. This one I meant to film halfway when half the boxes had arrived, but I was just so busy I did not have time and I accidentally waited too long and now there's more and it's gonna take ages. We're also doing a readathon in the Discord server this week, and what better way to get all excited about reading than opening a pile of new releases. I'm so excited. I think we just gotta dive in, to be honest. Here is behind the scenes of the thumbnail. How absolutely precarious is that? Well, I don't know why this one is so thin. I can't believe it's not. My poor coffee table is gonna die. Death by manga to the coffee table. Okay, let's open it now. Might do this one first, as it was at the bottom of the stack and unfortunately got a little bit squished. Actually no, we'll do the envelopes first. So envelopes are typically pre-orders and I don't tend to do too many of those, so I don't often have too many envelopes. For anyone curious, if you pre-order stuff on SciFier and you order stuff that's also in stock, they will ship everything that they have in stock together, and then pre-orders go through as sort of individual orders, but you only pay the shipping once. My personal experience is usually the prices come down a bit more once they're actually released, so I don't tend to do pre-orders too much unless I get a bit excited, and even like and the price is like still decent. Generally you can save more money. It depends how excited you are for a series, is my general opinion on that. But anyway, let's open these envelopes first. We have, I think, 4. Have we got in this one? Doing it this way around to hide the address. Ooh. A couple of bookmarks. We have got My Happy Marriage Volume 5. It's been a long time since we had Volume 4. It was what, a year? It's been longer than a year. It's been a long time. It's slow releasing in Japan and it is nice and thick. I'm very excited. Very excited. Oh my gosh. Next pre-order is plastic wrapped. Oh, I don't know if this was a pre-order. We have Parallel Paradise 21. I can't believe this is on 21 volumes. Oh. Feel free to judge me on this one. I judge myself plenty. It is really degenerate. But actually has some form of story, which is not bad. Alright, this one's heavy. This one's heavy. I don't know what this one could be. Oh, I'm not sure I'm a fan of these white envelopes. They're not opening very nicely. Ooh! Who Made Me a Princess Volume 9. And this is the final volume. It is complete at 9. That is a very nice sort of rainbow theme. Oh my gosh, that Who Made Me a Princess bit. That is so pretty. Look at the rainbow. Oh, that is gorgeous. I have actually been quite enjoying this, but I stopped reading about volume 5 when I realised it was complete at 9. And I had another couple of volumes at that point, and I was like, I'll hold off till I get 9 to read the rest together, because I had gone through these volumes quite quick, even though they're very chunky. Last pre-order, and then we're on to the big boxes. And I say, the new big boxes will have new releases in them as well, but I waited till they were out for the most part. Ooh! Trapped by His Love, The Duke's Unexpected Bride, Volume 1. I have been on a little bit of a binge of these sort of fantasy romance series. I've read, I think, like 4 or 5 this month, Volume 1s that is. This feels like another one for that. Tokyopop don't tend to plastic wrap even like if things get steamy, so I have no indication of how steamy this might get. Okay, now let's do this big old juicy box that is looking a bit sad and crushed. So I think I have 3 or 4 orders in this haul. I want to guess this was one of my first ones, but I can't remember off the top of my head. This should be a whole lot of new releases though. Oh my gosh. Oh, this one's for Ben. Let's do this for Ben. Present for Ben. Sometimes I buy him presents. Ben loves his RPG book, so I picked this up for him. Multiverse role-playing game, core rulebook, Marvel. He just loves reading these kind of books a load, so he has a lot of core rulebook stuff for various worlds, systems, rule sets, stuff like that. And he does like his themed ones. That's a present for Ben. Some more bookmarks. I'm going to do this one first because I think I saw something naughty in here. We're going to pull out the FAQ if there's any FAQ. I can go there for now. We have Tight Fit and Gal Boss and the Harem Office. I must say, Faku prices have been going... Actually, these covers aren't the worst. I'm still not going to show them, but they're not the worst. Oh, the backs are. Faku prices have been oh my god. Oh, the back cover of that one is... Okay, we're going to move on. I'm, I think, mentally scarred by my own purchases. Some of the rest of my pickups, we have Sora and the House of Monsters Volume 4. Been enjoying this series. It isn't that fast releasing. It's also very expensive. I think I might have placed this order at the end of February and it's currently like towards the end of April. I just love houseplants. Oh, yes. Just this sort of thing. This sort of thing is exactly what I want, yes. I believe I picked this up in a daily deal. It is the Sorted Entanglements Volume 6. I don't even think I have a clear run now because I picked this up because it was in the daily deals. It is a GL, and that is the extent of my knowledge. Volumes 8 and 9 of Ice Guy and the Cool Girl. I love the cover of Volume 9, the colour scheme with like the pink and the blue. It's so pretty. It's on the spine as well. That is so nice. It's a shame they're really, really thin, but every now and again, sometimes they drop in low enough on SciFier where I'm like, okay, I'll cop. And then we also have Mr. Villain's Day Off, and also beautiful colour on this cover. Also very, very thin, and I hold off picking them up too quickly. But they're so cute, and I love pandas, and he loves pandas so much too, and he's just like a spirit animal. I love him. Okay, now we'll do this closest one now that I've gotten the smut out of the way. Oh, this is only 3 volumes. So first off, we have Reliving My Life with a Boyfriend Who Doesn't Remember Me, Volume 3. I had almost started reading this series last month, Volumes 1 and 2, and then I heard someone say that Volume 2 had a cliffhanger at the end. I was like, oh no, I'm gonna wait for Volume 3. I hear it's really, really cute, so this is probably now going to move up my read list now that I've got the Volume 3. Next we have Rosen Maiden, and this is a collector's edition Omni from Seven Seas. Know nothing about the series, very blind, except I know people are very excited it got a collector's edition. I'm still personally more a fan of singles. Collectors are just too chunky for me, but I'm just glad that we have had a reprint in a format that isn't paying out of print prices, I guess. And also I feel if we support these sort of prints, we're more likely to get it for other series as well that need it, so I'm still happy to support even though I don't like how thick they are. And then the last one I was weirdly excited for. It is Around the World in 80 Days Manga Classics. If you've seen my manga collection before, you know I collect manga classics from Udon Entertainment, and it does appear there is a new publisher doing a similar kind of deal but with different stories. I think there's actually some overlap stories, but there are also some new ones such as Around the World in 80 Days. So I've not heard of Button Books before, but I'm going to look into it. Also, it's in full colour, which I wasn't expecting, especially at $12.99. Wow, that's actually pretty good. $12.99 for that thickness is not bad, because ice press are about that thick. Paper's a bit thicker though, so you might not actually get as many pages yet. It's like 180-ish pages, and ice press often can hit 300, so okay, maybe less so, but still. Excited to find a new publisher doing manga classics. You know what I'm going to do with this, Mika? Let's do this one. Oh, look at them, look at them! On top, I want to Escape from Princess Lessons Volume 1, another fantasy romance. I should do a tier list of this, like, female lead fantasy romance, because so many of them do blur together, but there are still some good ones, in my opinion. And that's, like, outside Isekai Villainess, like, just generic, general fantasy romance. Next we have Dead Rock. Presented by Hiro Mashima. What does that mean? I assume it's still by presented. Is that just them saying it's by but fancier? It is Fairy Tail Eden Zero, and I really quite like the mangaka's art style, so I'm always quite willing and happy to give a go for series by them. They're probably one of the few ones where, like, I quite easily recognise the name. There aren't many mangaka where I do. I'm very, very, very bad at that. I should improve. Yes, quite excited to see a new series by them. I have no idea if it's good. Palace of the Omega. It is a Sublime. It's volume 1. I think it's only 2 volumes. Complete 2. Going in completely blind. This came out a while ago. This probably also shows how old this box is. And also this video is probably not going to go up immediately. It's going to go up like a chunk after I filmed it. But it's a very pretty cover. It's a very pretty cover. I will do it again. Next we have Megami and Sugami Volume 5. Now, Lydia Moon got me on this series last year during Pride Month, and I'm so glad she did. I loved it. And I couldn't believe how long it had been to get a Volume 5, and here it is, almost a year. Actually, I don't know when Volume 4 came out, but it's almost been a year since I read 1 to 4, so at least it's been a while. Very, very excited. I might still save it for Pride, because it's only a couple months out now. But yes, thank you, Liddy. Okay, next, this was, I think, also a daily deal, but it is a light novel, and it's for Ben, and I was so happy to see it. It is Ascendance of a Bookworm, Part 3, Volume 3. And why I was really happy is this is a volume I needed to fill a gap for Ben. So I don't think he's up to date, but at least he has a clear run to a good chunk through Part 3. And yeah, very excited because it is one he's been wanting to read for ages. Next we have Call the Name of the Night Volume 5, which is the final volume. I didn't realise it was the final volume till after I ordered it. Kind of makes sense considering the topic and that volumes 1 to 4 are all black and then this one's white, which I think bodes well. It could potentially be spoilers if it is what I think it is, depending on the story, but it's a very pretty cover. Very excited. Last one in here is Oshinoko Volume 9. I can't believe we're on 9. I can't believe, what are the colours? I need someone to explain why the spines are the colours they are. Why is it jumping between white, black, and now pink? There's no consistency and it bothers me. We are still going. We got this one that's heavy, so I'll do a smaller one that's not heavy. This reincarnated cross-dressing princess won't be looking for a fiancé, and I believe this is a one-shot, but it also has a spin-off series, which I hadn't realised, and I picked up the spin-off series, and I was like, oh. So I've now grabbed this one as well, Reincarnated Isekai, and I'll probably enjoy it. I'll see if it's good though, but I'll still probably enjoy it. Next we have Earth Expansion Volume 2, and I did make a mistake. I thought I had Volume 1. I did not. No End of the World. I'll pick it up at a later date. This is from Panini Comics, and they're I say they're up and coming. They've been around. They've just started to branch more into manga than comics, which is a lot of what they did. Graphic novels, comics, magazines, stuff. There's a few series from them. They've also got, I think, some of the Disney licenses, like Kingdom Hearts 3 manga is coming out through them. I always like trying out new publishers and seeing what they're like. This one has flaps. It's not a, like, foldy over the cover dust jacket, but it's got flaps, which is neat, and it is a $9.99 series, which is more on the low end nowadays. Also from them we have Our Dating Story, The Experienced You and the Inexperienced Me, Volume 2, also by them. I do think I have Volume 1 of this, so I didn't make that mistake with this one at least. Assassin and Cinderella Volume 1, this looks juicy! So this is, oh gosh, I probably should not show the inside just in case. Oh, I know someone I might need to recommend this series, this volume to, and I've only flipped through it. I love how bright pink that is. I have a pair of shoes that's almost this bright pink. You often just see me wearing them in my videos. I need to get a new pair. They've gotten a bit dull. I need a new one. Or I could throw them in the washing machine. Next we have Lonely Castle in the Mirror Volume 5, and I think this is the final volume. It is. I read Volume 1, I loved it, but because of the nature of the story and the cliffhangers and such, I decided to hold out for the rest to read them all together, especially once I learned it was 5 volumes long, so yeah. This is definitely going to be a binge series. And finally in this set we have Choking on Love Volume 1, going in very blind. This one might be to do with music. I got it mixed up with another one I thought was to do with music, but maybe it's this one and I've muddled them. This looks like it might be to do with music with all the instruments on the back. So big one will do this one next because it's a bit smaller. They all look quite thin. On top we have Beginning After the End Volume 6. That's quite thick, isn't it? I believe this was in the daily deals. It's one of the Yen Press manhwa that is not under the Eyes Press line, and I think I have a couple of gaps in this now, but I keep picking them up in daily deals, predominantly, all pre-owned. And we have Wild Roses and Pretenders Volume 2, and I think it's completed too. I think it's just these 2 volumes, maybe. I don't see a final on this. Yen Press do final, and I really appreciate it. This was very, very pretty. Volume 1 has some concerning trigger warnings, content warnings. What I've started using more frequently to review and track manga. I still use my spreadsheet, but I'm now also using Storygraph, and a feature I really like on Storygraph is that you can log content warnings, and I really like that because I can point people in that direction without necessarily saying what the content warnings are myself. Different people have different levels of content warning and things they do or don't want to read, so I think that's a nice happy, I don't have to necessarily say what they are and you can check yourself to see what you are happy with. I plan to do another video to talk about Storygraph, but that's just a, if I direct you towards Storygraph because of content warnings, I think that's just really quite neat. Yeah. Fall in love, you false angels. Why didn't I just look on the spine? Oh gosh. I've seen quite a few people really like this one. Also, volume 2 is already out, so I'm a bit behind. I think it's a very pretty cover. I like the gradient, so I think it's a very pretty cover and look forward to getting into it. Oh, this one's plastic wrapped. How to deal when your intimidating neighbor is actually an omega, and this appears to be a one-shot. I don't see any numbering. And it's plastic wrapped, so I assume it's going to be smutty. Do I see much plastic wrap Kodansha? I think I'm just drawing a blank. Let me know what other plastic wrap Kodansha there is, because there definitely must be some, and I'm just drawing a blank. But cool, excellent, plastic wrap. Okay, the next three I am pretty excited for. For those who do not know, Kodansha have launched a print-on-demand service, and they are trialing it with 3 series. They launched it in December. It's like been on and off about whether or not you can order from them, as they had some teething issues with quality, is my understanding. But it looks like it's starting to pick up, and I think they've said depending on how well these go will depend on them adding more series to the print-on-demand service. I personally think it's an excellent idea, and I think it is an absolute wonderful solution to out-of-print series, or series that people want to see in print but might not necessarily do well enough to deserve a physical print or be worth the publisher doing a physical print, and then this is an option for that instead, and I really desperately hope it does well. We have 3 series. We have Blade Girl Volume 1, we have Tepu Volume 1, and we have Love is an Understatement Volume 1. And this one excited me because I believe it's by the same manga as Lovesick Ellie, and I really liked Lovesick Ellie, so I'm excited for this. As you can see, I did purchase these through SciFier. They have appeared on SciFire's website. They have come and gone based on availability, which I don't fully understand. It's print on demand, but maybe, I don't know, print on demand reasons that I don't fully understand. Quality is going to be probably not as good as a regular printed manga volume that you get through regular means, but I'm still happy if it means we can get the series. It would be nice if they were a little cheaper because of that, but again, I'm hoping it's going to be teething problems and improve and get better over time. You do see a bit of a dent here, part of the print-on-demand process, I assume. But yeah, so happy this is becoming a thing. I hope it does great and we get more. Last parcel in here was a rather frivolous pickup. Not that all the rest of it wasn't. Oh god. I love these corner things. They put them on the corners of like hardbacks and box sets to protect them. They are just, I really weirdly like them. I've still got a set up there from when I bought a box set. I can't remember which box set. Tokyo Ghoul, maybe? Yes, I picked up the complete set of Rose of Versailles. And this is volume 2. This is volume 2. It has been on my wish list, want to pick up list for so long, but I'm just so... It's not going to seem that way, but I'm so cheap when I come to cost per volume, and when it comes to hardcovers or omnis, collector's editions, I find it a lot harder to pick them up because of cost per volume. And I know it's like, if I did cost per page, it's probably less of a deal. But yeah, I've just put it off, but it is such a classic, and so many people talk about it, and I caved, and I've picked up the set. I'm just going to pull them out. We have, this is volume 5, which is a lot smaller. They're so pretty. Oh, I remember I went to, where did I see it? I saw it in a store. I and I was like, I think I'm going to cave next time I do a SciFier order. And I did. So pretty. There's volume 1. Look at that. I remember why I decided to pick it up. I started watching K-dramas, and one of the first K-dramas I watched back in February was Hometown Cha-Cha on Netflix, and the female lead at one point says their favorite manga was Rose of Versailles, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm gonna buy it now. I'm gonna buy it now. If Miss Dentist likes it, I'm gonna read it too. Oh my gosh, I'm so weak. Volume 4 and volume 3, and this is like my favorite color. This like mint aqua tealy, absolutely adore it. This is my like go-to. If you see like the manga dudettes having colors and stuff, this is usually my color. Absolutely adore it. It's so pretty. I have more nail polishes than I should in this shade from different brands just because I absolutely adore it. It's my current nail polish. I don't know how well it comes up, but it's Circuit Breaker and it's meant to have like rainbow tones. Anyway, getting distracted. So excited to finally own this classic! And we've done a box. It's the biggest box, but we've done a box. I do have a slight issue in that I've started stacking manga on some of the other boxes, so we're gonna do this one before I have to go and dig them out. As long I need to not put manga from this box on there either as well. Some more bookmarks. Okay, we got a lot. Okay, where do we start? Let's start with this one. Oh, this one's only 1 level deep, so we've got 3 big chunky bubble wraps, but only 3. Only 3. Oh, I think a good chunk of this one is daily deals, actually. First, we have the White Cat and Vampire Volume 1. Picked up Volume 2 last year sometime, and I've just been waiting to see this drop enough in price for me to want to pick it up, and it did, thankfully. Vampires, yep. Layback Camp 15. I still have a couple of gaps in the single digits. I need to fill this gap to have a continuous run. I think this was also maybe daily deals or just a new release. Can't remember, but it's so sweet. So sweet. Attack of Vampires Love Bite Volume 2. This you can tell how long it's been for me to order this because I have Volume 3 it'll appear in an upcoming haul video. I picked it up in London, so yes, I have now 2 and 3 of this. More vampires. Toilet Bound Hanakakun 21. A beautifully bright pink. I have fallen quite behind on reading the series, so I might stop rushing to pick up new releases, or well, I say rushing. They come out and I wait for them to be cheap enough for me to pick up. But I still might hold back a bit now. I've started doing that a bit more often and being more good. Might not seem that way, but I am, I swear. Especially as this seems to be quite a long ongoing series. Saying that, here's Bungo Stray Dogs Volume 18. This was a daily deal. I am quite desperate to read it. I'm still missing a lot of early volumes. I think at this point I'm picking up like 1 every SciFier order, almost, because there's always 1 or 2 in the daily deals. The light novels appear in the daily deals quite often as well. So I am building the series just very slowly, piecemeal, for cheap. Frieren 12, yay! It's always a wonderful day when we get a new Frieren volume. It's so good. It's so good. Definitely one in my opinion that like meets the hype. It's so good. Holy Grail of Eris 7. I have now realized that it is a villainess series, but these keep appearing in daily deals as well, so I'm holding off now to try and build up the series through daily deals. Cheeky Brat 12, also in the daily deals. I'm not sure if I made a mistake with this one because I've not overly been keen on the series so far, and I also got really annoyed at the spines. There is no rhyme or reason to the spines, okay? And that bothers me. I just realised she's wearing pink on a pink background. I was like, is she just a head? No, there is a jumper. Even though We're Adults Volume 1, it was plastic wrapped. Oh, okay. This got loads of hype on Instagram when this first came out. That was a few years ago now, and I just couldn't find Volume 1 for ages or for a price I wanted to pay. And then it popped up on the daily deals, I believe, so I was like, I'm gonna nab it. I don't think it's a very long series, but I do keep buying volumes in sale sections and stuff, so I don't know if I'm just going to keep holding out to try and complete it that way. Then we have Die Dark Volume 7, also in the daily deals. I'm not sure I have 6, so I might now have a gap, but this is like on my try and read this year list, at least with the volumes I can. Oh, these are both like quite big, heavy bubble wrap. Oh gosh, what have we got in here? Oh yes, I remember. I remember what I bought. Okay, let's do everything that isn't in a specific set. We have ReZero26 light novel, probably a daily deal. Ben has been doing pretty good with his light novels this year. He's currently reading That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime. At one point he'll get to ReZero. When he gets really into a series, he reads like 1 of these a day. There was Christmas last year or the year before where you started online and you got to volume 20 by like the 18th of December. It was crazy. Invisible Man and His Soon-to-be Wife volume 4. I understand it to be a very cute, lovely series, and I do love use of colour in a series like that, but it's a bit pricey because it uses colour like that. So this was in a daily deal, so I grabbed it for that reason. Also, it's a very nice purple. I like the purple. Cheese Sweet Home Part 1. I picked up 3 and 4 at a Travelling Man Warehouse sale a bit ago. So I just need 1 and 2, and they did pop up used. And if I'm only getting a couple of used, I tend to throw them in with my other order. Hopefully Volume 2 is also in here, and this will be complete. I love cat series so much. Oh, I hadn't realised it's in colour. Wow, okay. Damn. Okay, you might be able to see what else is in this bubble wrap parcel. We have picked up some Danmei. I say we. I've bought this for Ben. It was what he asked for his birthday. Now, his birthday is on the approach to 2 months ago, but he is a very, very forgiving man, so hopefully he won't mind if I hand him all of this Danmei. So let's go through some of the stuff I picked up. Some was suggested to him from people in the Discord server, some were random, some were picking up next volumes that he wanted. So we have Guardian 1 and 2. I honestly know nothing about these. I cannot tell you anything. I apologise. You'll have to talk to Ben when he reads them. Next we have Ballad of Sword and Wine Volume 2, and Ben actually just finished reading Volume 1 last week, I want to say. And he showed me the last bit and some of the pages, and he was like, yeah, yeah. I think it's incredibly impressive how close to smut they're able to get without actually saying anything smutty, because yeah, Danmei and all, but I was reading it like, damn, it's pretty good. Well done. Well done you. Also, he says this is enemies to lovers, so you like that. Next we have Peerless Volume 1. I like the look of the P, that's why I put it in the basket. Heaven's Official Blessing 3 and 4. I think he has 1 and 2 already. Maybe. I like the spines of these ones. And then the last one in this bubble wrap is Scum Villain Self-Saving System 2. Yeah. I'll need to get Ben to come and talk about his Danmei reading nowadays. Last one in here, and then I have to go and clear out the stacks. Save the boxes. Do we have more Danmei in here? I don't remember. We do. First off, we do have Cheese Sweet Home Part 2. So yes, that is now complete with 4. Very pleased. Cats, I love my cat. Next we have 1000 Autumns Volume 1, and this was, I think, also a used copy. It is a bit more battered than you often get with used copies, but it was much cheaper. It was like £7 before any discounts, I think. Also Case File Compendium Volume 1. I also quite like the cover of this. I'm cover buying on behalf of someone else. Forgive me, Benjamin. And Heaven's Official Blessing 2. So that was 2, 3, and 4 of this one. Stuff that ain't Danmei, we have got Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity 5. I was slightly holding off reading my volumes until I had 5, so I could read 1 to 5. I've been doing amazing with reading this month and last month, and this is on my list for this month or next month currently. I'm very excited. Next we have Solo Leveling 11. I got a little bit annoyed for the most crazy ass reason, but last month we did Manhwa Month in the Dude at Discord server, and I set myself the goal of trying to read up to date with all of my Eyes Press that I owned. Now technically the way my table displays like percentage of like what I own versus what I've read of what I've owned, it does include pre-orders. It's probably something I can faff with in the formula, but I haven't yet. And Solo Leveling showed us me having not read all that I've owned because I had this on order, but I couldn't physically read it because I didn't have it. So it's definitely a formula I'm going to go and faff with, but now it is here, I can actually read it. So happy that there is a bunch more Eyes Press in here for me to read in one of these boxes. So I have a bunch more reading to get myself back up to date. I nearly read all of my Eyes Press, which is like 37 series, not 37 volumes, 37 series, and there was only 3 I didn't manage to catch up to date with. But I'll talk about that a whole bunch more in my Manhwa Reading Month video. As we have Blue Lock 17. I say I can't believe it's on 17, but I think it's on like 30 something in Japan, so this is like baby numbers. I don't think I've read up to volume 10 yet either. I'm very behind. Should not look at the back, though it probably means very little. I probably don't know any of the characters anymore. Father, I Don't Want This Marriage Volume 2. It is not a great cover, but I quite like the series, the story. It is definitely one of those like damn kind of reads. I have mixed feelings on how the main female lead is drawn, but I do otherwise quite like it. Next, we have a manga classic, and this is an Udon Entertainment manga classic, Sherlock Holmes Study in Scarlet. I did not realize they were still doing these or printing new ones, so very excited to see this one. It's in color as well. Is it Udon? I'm fairly sure the manga classics logo is Udon. Yeah, it is Udon, this one. Where'd it go? That logo is Udon, and then there's also button something that is also New Kid on the Block. These aren't normally in colour though. That's quite interesting. And last volume in this box, we have Takahashi from the Bike Shop 1. Seeing quite good reviews for this one on Instagram, so another one I look forward to getting into, but also I'm very blind. Now I have to dig out the other boxes. I have salvaged a box. I got a bit panicky. I couldn't find one of the boxes, and I was like, this is really bad. How do I just lose a box? Turns out I'm sat on it. Absolute idiot. Okay. Next box, this is 3 of 5, but I think we've done the bigger ones. They're all big. What am I talking about? I'm trying to make myself feel better and not as much shame, but I probably should feel shame. Whee! What do we think we're going to get in this one? And if you say manga, I'll get very grumpy. Packing. Got bookmarks, but this bubble wrap looks darker. Am I crazy? I can't tell what's in them. I usually can see what's in them, but I can't. Okay, once again, this is one layer of books, so we've got, I think, just one. We've got four parcels. Oh, I think this is my more recent order, I think. Okay, first up here we have The Great Snake's Bride Volume 4, a very strange read. It can be very wholesome, also very dark and grim and a bit weird. Woman marries a snake and does things that married couples do, and you get to see that. It's very strange. Dragon and Chameleon Volume 2, I'd quite liked Volume 1, I read it over Christmas, and about manga creators. It's quite fun with a different kind of twist to it, body switching. So look forward to another one. Cinderella Closet Volume 7, I think this was in the daily deals because I've not been rushing to grab more. I believe it's complete at 8, so I think I'll only actually need one more to complete the series. Maybe that'll also appear in the daily deals. Next we have Some Ascendance of a Bookworm. We have Part 3, Volume 2 and Part 2, Volume 8. I don't really understand. I mean, there is the light novels, so I guess the story is already there, but this part 2 is still ongoing in physical manga print, and they've started printing part 3. I know that the manga, like when they were originally drawn and serialized, were done in parallel. But as me wanting to read it, I'm gonna keep picking these up because they do start to get harder to find in my experience, J-Novel Club. But I'm not gonna read it until this is complete, and I don't know how many volumes this part's gonna be. As we have Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest 16 and 17. I'd fallen behind, so I needed to grab a couple. Next month will be Magical May, so I am going to try and catch up on reading my Fairy Tail 100-Year Quest. I am very, very fond of Fairy Tail, including its ongoing follow-up series. I know that lots of people have mixed opinions, but I am fond of it. God Bless the Mistaken Volume 4, and it is the final volume. Thank you, Yen Press, for doing that. I really loved Volume 1. I loved the concept. It was really neat and different, and yeah, I'm kind of glad it's only 4 volumes, so it doesn't drag on, especially with like kind of its gimmick, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it ends. Maybe I like it, maybe I don't. I'm very picky about endings. Inconvenient Life and an Arousing Priestess Volume 2. Now, I actually read Volume 1 only last week. What do I think of it? I think it's okay. It isn't as lewd as it sounds, and I know Tokyo Pop don't plastic wrap, but I just still don't actually think it needs the plastic wrap anyway, so it's probably fine. It kind of skirts around lewdness and is not as bad as the title makes it sound. It's definitely one of those titles which like puts you off, but actually it's not that bad. I was unsure on the setup, so I'm hoping like continuing to get in the story, I'll continue to like it a bit more. Then we have Spell of Desire Volume 4. I just saw it on SciFier and I decided to throw it in. I have 1 to 3. It's complete at 5, so I do still need one more volume. But as I saw it, but it's plastic wrapped. I don't feel like I often see shoujo be plastic wrapped. Yakuza Love is the only one I can think of. I'm a bit nervous because it is the same creator as Midnight Secretary, and I did read that in February and I wasn't crazy for it. I talk more in my February reading vlog. So I'll see what I think about this one. I'll see. Okay, next one. The heavy Okay, we're going to pull out the Faku, which is called Strange Goddesses. Seal the deal with Monster Girls. It's just really thin. Faku prices have gone up loads. I suppose, is that what I get for Ben Minorities? Probably. Okay, we have another volume from that Button Books, which is Alice Adventures in Wonderland. I did actually see this when I went to London, and that's kind of what made me go and look it up, and I realised there were a few on SciFier, and I think I'd ordered the 80-day Around the World in 80 Days before realising, and it was when I saw this in person, I was like, ah, okay. So I picked up another one. I think there's like 3 or 4. Also, it's so vibrant. I'm quite excited. I love intaking classic stories in manga form. Next we have Yonai Shukihiko's Happy Hell Volume 2. Read Volume 1 in January and loved it. Really liked it. Probably one of my favourite reads of the year so far, or at least Volume 1's for sure. So very happy to have the next one. This is also on my gonna read real soon list. Next we have Real Volume 1, which is another kind of classic series that had a reprint recently. I put off picking it up because I thought, to be fair, SciFier prices were really high, but it turns out the RRP has gone up, and I hadn't realised until I saw it in store and saw the RRP there. It used to be a $10.99 series, I want to say, or I thought it was a $10.99, but no, it's a $13.99. So yeah, it was also in daily deals, so I did get this one for a decent price, but I'm probably going to bite the bullet on the rest and understand that it's because the RRP went up. Whenever I pick up random light novels, it's probably because they were in the daily deals, but I've picked up both already. I don't want to get hurt, so I'll max out my defense. 15! I can't believe this is on 15. I swear I remember Ben picking up like Volume 6 when it came out in store, but that was also a fair few years ago now. It's a great, cute series. Isekai. Video game. Dashing Zaddy and His Icy Protege, Volume 1. I don't know anything about it, but the title like really made me giggle, so here we are. Going in blind. I'm not even sure I've seen anyone else pick it up yet. Probably haven't, I'm just blind, but that just made me so giggle. Okay, I'm going to semi-do these together. We have Star Seekers Volume 6, and this is the final one in Star Seekers, and we have Seven Fate Shako Volume 6, not the final one. Volume 7 is the final one, and I caught up to date on both of these series last month, Manhwa March. I have many opinions on both of them, but I will elaborate a lot more in my Manhwa March reading vlog, where I'll talk more details about the series and my thoughts on them. So we have Imitation 5. I'm behind a couple of volumes, I think, on reading this. I was unsure on how pointy the chins were when I first read Volume 1, but it has grown on me a little bit. Oh my gosh, this colour, that's such a good colour. Yes, Eccentric Doctor of the Moonflower Kingdom 9. I'm really loving the series a lot, and how can I not when they've got a colour like that? Damn! She's just such an inspiration, to be honest. She really is. Okay, we've done half this book. Now we do still have 2 boxes left after this one, but they're a lot smaller. We've done all the big ones, so we're probably most of the way through now. We have Finding Camellia Volume 3, read Volume 2 last month to get me up to date with what I owned, and I really like it. It's so pretty and so, oh yes, yes. Happy to have another one. Also, this is also a very nice green. I'm so drawn by pretty colours on the cover. See You in My 19th Life, Volume 5. Another one I caught this, to be fair, What Eyes Pressed Did I Not Read last month is probably easier to say. I was uncertain, to be honest, with the series with volumes 1 and 2, but I think reading 3 and 4 back to back last month really helped me appreciate and enjoy the series a lot more. I held off picking up Volume 5 for so long, so I was waiting for the price drop. I think 6 is now out, so hopefully won't even have to wait that long to get Volume 6 as well. Unholy Blood Volume 4. Now this is not the most recent release, but I did accidentally pick up Volume 5 in store, not realising I hadn't picked up Volume 4. So this is to fill a gap, so I do have 4 and 5 of this to read as well now. Also, what a cover. Doesn't she look good? Oh, yeah. Before You Discard Me, I Shall Have My Way With You, Volume 3. It is a steamship title. Mixed feelings on Volume 1, but I did enjoy Volume 2 a bunch more. This is probably also going to be high up on my next to read list. A lot of my steamship is. Ayakashi's Hunter's Tainted Bride, Volume 1. I have seen some people describe this as similar to My Happy Marriage, so I'm quite looking forward to going into this one. It's bigger than I expected. I wasn't expecting large format from pictures I'd seen. I was expecting small, but maybe I just don't understand how big people's hands are. Super Bowl Girls, Volume 1. Oh dear. It has a hole in the plastic wrap. I'll take that off afterwards. I didn't know it's plastic wrapped. It's a new series from Yen Press. Is it going to be naughty? Oh, maybe. From Behind the Minds of Blue Lock and Prison School. Okay, Prison School, that makes more sense now. Semantic Error Volume 2. Now, to be truthfully honest, quite unexpectedly, Yen Press sent me Volume 2 last week. I was very shocked. They don't often send Volume 2s. I'm not saying no. I'm very excited. I love the series. I love the volume. I've already read it. Very happy. I do now have a duplicate, but I have offered to send it Liddy Moon's way. I did read that Yen Press, Ive Press have confirmed. Is it Volume 3 or later in the series, when appropriate, it will become 18 plus. And I wonder if that's one of the reasons the series is higher priced than some of the other Ive Press series. It's like anticipation of that, because you can kind of notice that with regular Ive Press series they're about $15.99, but stuff that looks like it's more 18 plus is like $18.99. That plastic wrap is expensive, okay? Nomi Shiba Volume 1. I have no idea. He's into chicks, not dicks, okay? What? Okay. I love yellow volumes though, by the way. Sinner of the Deep C Volume 3, and it is the final volume. I loved Volume 1. I loved Volume 1. And when I realised it was 3 volumes, I was like, I'm going to hold off reading my Volume 2 until I have Volume 3. This is definitely on my hit list because we are doing like an Anything Goes bingo board this month, and this will fit one of my prompts perfectly. But I did hold off till I had 2 and 3 to read together. But I really love Volume 1. I can't wait to see how it ends. I'm worried it's going to be too short because I liked it so much. Like, is it going to be okay with just 3? We'll see. But it's like a nice sunset, isn't it? That's very nice. Okay, next we have Tomb Raider King Volume 10. Now, Tomb Raider King is a series I read last month. I read volumes 2 to 9. So I read 8 volumes of it in quite quick succession, like over 5 days or so. And I became very obsessed. I loved it. I was so excited that I finished it and looked on SciFier and 10 was out. But I'm not sure what I'm gonna do post that. Looking at how many chapters there are online, it does look like it's gonna be a longer series, but I thoroughly enjoyed this. It completely re-sparked a love of system-based series, and I can't wait for more. I can't wait for more. I can't believe I'll only have 1 to read though after reading like 8 in one go. Last one in here, and it is smaller volumes. First up we have Sweet Rain Volume 2, which is a Christmas themed shoujo B. I saw someone on Instagram talking about it and I was like, damn, does SciFier have any? They have Volume 2. I think, is it 3? It might be complete 3. I'm not sure. I'll have to check. But I am now going to keep an eye out for this one because Christmas! In the Heavenly Prison, The Devil Enchants Me, Volume 1. And that is a very suspicious looking icon around the Volume 1. It's plastic wrapped. I wondered if it was GL. It's not. He yearns to be as tall as a proper adult is what it says on the back. So I don't have high expectations, to be honest. Wolfgang Black Prince Volume 11. Every now and again I do grab another one, but I got really slow reading when I got to like Volume 6. I didn't like some of the stuff with the cousin. It's always the cousin. I do have a soft spot because I watched the anime growing up when I was at uni. Still a child then, I suppose, mentally. I'll see, there's not actually too many more after this. We're definitely more than halfway. If it's you, I Might Fall in Love, Volume 1. Blind. Is it BL? Maybe. I'll see. Kimono Jian Volume 15. This was in the daily deal, so it was only like £6 maybe. Very behind. I probably won't pick up any more above 15 until I can fill some of the lower gaps in. Villainess stands the heroes playing the antagonist to support her faves, Volume 4. This is so cute. It's been ages since we had Volume 3, so I'm very happy to finally have another volume. And it's a bit chunky? No, not really. I'm just deluding myself. I was reincarnated as the heroine on the verge of a bad ending, and I'm determined to fall in love, Volume 3. I read Volume 2 of this only a few days ago, and I did quite like it. It's definitely one of my like more preferred fantasy female series, so I'm quite happy to have another one already. What timing? Past me knew I would read it. The Anemone Feels the Heat, Volume 1. Is this a GL? Maybe. I've no idea. Going in blind. We'll see. Always a Catch, How I Punched My Way into Marrying a Prince, Volume 2. It's very dumb. It's not amazing, but it's very silly and amusing. So if you're into the very silly fantasy romance, definitely give this one a go. But it's not like good, but it's funny, if that makes sense. Final one in this box is In Another World, My Sister Stole My Name, Volume 2. It has been about a year since we got Volume 1, so it's nice to have the next one. I do like the sort of revenge, trying to out the person who is actually the bad person. Yes, if any of that makes sense. Oh my gosh. I know what I mean. This one is quite like long and flat. How interesting. Different types of boxes, I guess. more bookmarks. Let's dive in. Apothecary Diaries 13. Behind on reading this. I can't believe it. I have been reading so much recently. I hope to hit it in the next couple of months again. My Dearest Patrolman Volume 3, and I think this is complete at 3. Yes, this one says final volume. I do need to check if I have Volume 2. I'd like to try and read all 3 of these together if possible. Black Clover 36! Oh, a new Black Clover volume! I think I have enough now. I'm happy to try and read them together. I think I don't enjoy reading just one at a time, but like 2 to 3 to 4 is like a good amount for me. 10 Months B-Side Volume 6, Cute Idol series. I also have Volume 7 because I picked it up in London recently as well. So I do have a few of these 3 together. Case Closed, Volume 93. We are on the approach to 100, and I will do a special type of reading video when I hit 100 volumes with it. Quite excited. My Hero Academia Volume 40. I am holding out till I get 42, which I believe is the final volume, to read the last few I have. So I have 39, I've not read it. So 40, I just need 41 and 42, and then I will read them as a nice group. Because I did that with the last lot of 4 volumes I had for the series, and I enjoyed reading it a lot like that. So I'm going to do the same with this. The last one here is Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess 11. I don't think it's an outstanding series, but it's my kind of thing. It's my kind of bad. Now I got some bigger volumes. They alternate, don't they? And I alternate as well. So I think we have some daily deals in here as well. We do have a regular, the regular at Magic High School 13. That was definitely a daily deal. And After God Volume 1, also a daily deal. Lots of people have loved the series. I'm going in very blind to this, so I'll see what I think. New Recruit Volume 2. I've still not read my Volume 1. I'm halfway through it and then got distracted. I don't even think it was bad. I think I just got very distracted, so I need to go read that. I think 3 or 4 is complete for this, so I only need another 1 or so. Okay, Ben's going to be very happy at this one. We have a Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation 3 of the Danmei. I think he's read 1 and 2, and he wanted me to get 3. And here it is. He's going to be very happy when I finish the video and I call him downstairs and go, here you go. He might even pick it up immediately to read, though he is still in his like reincarnated as a slime phase. I don't know. We'll see. Also a daily deal, we have Kakegurui Twin Volume 13. Not started reading the spin-off yet. I think I've just been put off in general by the series because it's so slow releasing, the main series that is, and I've just lost track of what's going on. So I'm like, I'll just keep accumulating the spin-off till I don't have that issue, but at some point I need to read it. Actually, I do need Volume 10 to fill a gap, so I'll get 10 and then maybe go into it. And then we have The Kiss Bet, and it is a webtoon. Going in very, very blind with this one. Very blind, very blind. Know nothing about it. We'll see. Do the other smaller one first. First up, we have Victoria of Many Faces Volume 1. The Empress also brought a light novel out of this recently. Seen good reviews for this one, so I look forward to it. Cat Gamer Volume 7. We are so close to the end. I believe Volume 8 is the final volume of this, and I'm so happy. There was a period of time where it kind of disappeared and there was concerns Dark Horse weren't going to finish printing the series, but it does look like they came back after a couple of years, and here is the rest. Just need Volume 8 to complete it. There is also a spin-off, I believe, which I am excited for. Some Spider So What 14. I do love this series. I have been less interested the second half of the story, I guess, but I do still love it a lot. But it has been a while since I read a volume. I might have to flick through 13 to try and remember what was happening. Last couple of volumes in here was I Was Sold Dirt Cheap, but my power level is off the charts. Volume 1 and 2. It sounds not great. It sounds like my kind of thing, because it sounds like system and power levels, so we'll see what it's like, and I'll share in one of my reading vlogs. Last parcel in here. A terrible job at opening this. We have 2 Steamship titles. We have Guilty Smile and Loving Moondog. Loving Moondog is a new release. It is not plastic wrapped, I wish to notice. I thought Volume 2 of this was the last one. It might be Volume 3 is now the last one. It's very smutty. It is red flag galore as well. Red flag galore. Gosh darn. Grambly Dreaming, Volume 21. Love the series. It's hilarious. I love it. Can't wait for another one. Beautiful Things, and this is an all-in-one. Don't know what it's about. It wasn't the daily deals, and I've seen a lot of people really excited for it, so I'm going to give it a go. I Want to Love You Till Your Dying Day 1. A GL Dystopian Yuri. Alright. I hope it's going to be a bit dark. I do like been wanting some more dark GL series, so let's see. Let's see if this delivers for that, I guess. Final volume in this box is Mafia Nanny Volume 1, a webtoon. A webtoon. My only pet peeve about webtoon volumes is they are ridiculously big. I mean, this volume is a large format volume and it is still much bigger. It does mean it doesn't quite sit as nicely on most of my shelves in comparison. Going in blind with the series though, no idea. No idea. And also the smallest box. So we'll see how long this takes. Okay, we got two. What have we got in here? Because the bubble wrap is too dark for me to see again. Right, on top we have Berserk Volume 42, a new volume of Berserk. I've still not read much of my Berserk, but Ben did last year and really enjoyed it, so you should be quite excited to see this one. The person I love asked me to die in my sister's stead, Volume 2. Mixed feelings on this one. Depending on how I feel when reading this one, I might hold off on getting new releases and probably delegate it to sale pre-owned for the series. Welcome to Demon Skull Aromacon 13! Another series I really enjoy. It's really funny, really silly, so quite excited. Dark Moon 6, also not the final one in this series. There is 7, there is one more after this, I think? Yeah, and then I'll talk more about the volumes I read in my reading vlog. Next we have, the trapped form of Villainess wants to escape from the sadistic prince, and it is a plastic wrapped steamship. If it will focus, it will slightly. There it is, kind of half. Oh, I'm so happy. Reincarnated as Villainess in a Steamy automated game. Yes. Yes. Yes! Thank you. And then we also have Perfect Buddy Volume 3. I really like Perfect Buddy. I can't get over this guy though and all of his anatomy. Yeah, what is he doing to him? That poor guy. Oh, they bite marks. Oh gosh. We have another Button Books, and this is Romeo and Juliet. Now we do also have a Romeo and Juliet from Manga Classics as well, so it'll be interesting to compare both this one and that one. Last one in here is Your Throne Volume 2. I have read Volume 1, I quite enjoyed it. It's like a body swap story between a heroine and villainess. But there was quite a long release between 1 and 2. I had 1 for quite a while, and 2's just come out. It's a very pretty cover. And here we go. What is in this one? Oh, I see eyes. I see eyes. So on here we have From Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, my hotshot disciples are all grown up now and they won't leave me alone, Volume 2. This is technically verging on a harem, or you read it and it reads like a harem story, but I do quite like it. I think it's silly enough. He is oblivious enough and you could mistake enough of the attention for like a... you know? There isn't space. Yeah, if you're not a fan of harem stories, probably not for you, but I think it's funny enough it doesn't feel the same. But it probably does, and I'm just blind. Next we have Do Over Damsel Volume 5, and I am behind on reading this, but this is one of my reads for the month, as in it's on my list of things to read, and you're gonna be like, you've got such a long list of things to read for this month. You said you're already a good way through April. I read so much this month in April. I'm so proud of myself, and you'll see when that reading vlog comes out, it's gonna be an absolute beast. In hindsight, I should probably split it up, but I'm not gonna. Next we have Drac Volume 2, another one where I read Volume 1 last week. I read a lot last week. Vampire, yeah. It's a little bit more bloody and gory than I expected, especially since it's not wrapped in any way. And sometimes stuff gets wrapped if it's gory, and some people might be like, oh, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not that bad, but it was just more than I expected. Fun vampire series. Ooh, I see what we've got. Men of the Harem Volume 2. We've got I Tamed My Ex-Husband's Mad Dog Volume 2. And we've got Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. That's not what I thought it was, but we have Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint Volume 6. Loved this one, reading this one last month because, yeah, System, I read 2, 3, 4, and 5 back to back. I read it in like a day. Really good. So excited to have another one. I was expecting to see, what's it called? There is another one. They sent, Ice Press sent 3 volume ones to me over Christmas, and I've forgotten what the third one was. I thought I'd ordered that one as well. I will check my order purchase. Happy to get into both of these as well. Oh, Then we have Sweet Room Escape Volume 2. I think this is also another 2-volume BL. Really like this one. Very, very smarty, but I do quite like this one, so I'm quite excited. And then final volume in the box, and the whole is At Your Service in Another World, and it is a Volume 1 steamship. Oh, that one focused. So much steamship. Oh, I'm so excited, just so excited. I either love or really don't like steamship titles. It's very, very polar. And I'm very excited for this one because it's like isekai. I've got so much isekai. Oh. Let me tidy up and we'll do a review. And there we have the haul. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so happy. I've been doing so much reading recently and I was just so hyped to get some of these new releases, like some of these steamship titles, more Eyes Press, because I've just loved my Eyes Press so much. And Ben's got all his Danmei down here that he'll get when he wakes up in the morning. If you see anything here that catches your eye, remember you can use code CAKETINS to get 5% off your SciFier order. And remember, as I said at the start, if you do decide you want to do some pre-orders, you only need to pay postage once, which is $1.99 in the UK. Outside of the UK, do check the shipping details because it does vary, but in the UK it is a flat rate of $1.99 regardless of how many you order or how many pre-orders you do. If you enjoyed, remember to like and subscribe and check out my channel memberships for early access. It's only 99p a month. Otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day. I will see you next time. Bye!